Salutations, you little punks. Latest pickups, internet show and tell, trip to the online store. So in the UK, we are still in the middle of our third lockdown, which means there's nothing left to do but to have an existential crisis and online shop, which suits me just fine because I have 7 brand new items that I want to show you that I'll be rocking in the weeks to come, because for the past month I've had nothing better to do than to flag order confirmations from my inbox and then wait around like Pablo Escobar. So without further ado, let's jump into the first latest pickup. So firstly, we've got this Mid-Bay Bridge 5K run or walk, you know, whatever your preference is, 1993 vintage t-shirt. Now I know what you're thinking, this t-shirt looks beat, it looks broken. Where did the marathon go? Onto oncoming traffic? I mean, I can't identify where any of these marks or stains come from. That's a job for CSI. But then again, everybody wants that distressed, fresh look in their vintage, but I'm looking for trauma. I want to look on the outside how I feel on the inside. But let me be real for a second. I bought this t-shirt because it looks absolutely beat. I think I might actually be so deep in the vintage rabbit hole that any stain or mark on a t-shirt just adds to the appeal. You're telling me your t-shirts don't have ripped stains and marks on them? Like, ugh, cringe. The front graphic of the t-shirt I really quite like. It's a very non-invasive graphic. It's got quite a soothing feel to it, which is kind of offset with all the beaten marks. It accidentally found its way into a mosh pit. The back of the t-shirt's graphic with more sponsors than a YouTube mid-roll, which I quite appreciate just because it's before the time of oversimplified logos. It's just a nice beater t-shirt that you can wear with pretty much anything. Single stitch, obviously, like, I wonder what year this t-shirt was made. Printed on a Hanes heavyweight tee, so that's also very nice. But the main reason I got this shirt is because of how it fits. Just like the t-shirt I'm wearing now, it's wide but short in the length, giving it that boxy fit. So it's just a nice, fun t-shirt. Next up, if you've got deja vu, it's probably because I have featured this in a trip to the thrift before. It's that vintage Voodoo Glowskulls t-shirt, single stitch for the vintage boys. This has been sitting on my Depop page at 4-4 Rally for a while now. Nobody picked it up, which suits me just fine because I was very 50-50 about selling this in the first place. So I took it off the page and put it into my personal collection. So that technically makes it a latest pickup. But a quick backstory, I originally bought this on eBay without any knowledge of the actual brand. I know, classic poser maneuvers. But in my defense, it did make me do some research on Voodoo Glowskulls. And coincidentally, Satan is in. I mean, just ask Little Nas X. So we've got that Pog Devil just playing the guitar, or the ukulele maybe. It's in a really clean condition for its age. I think this t-shirt would look a little bit more mad if it had some fading and maybe some distressing. How can you complain about a t-shirt being too clean? This one was printed on Screen Stars, which automatically makes it vintage. Screen Stars was bought out by Fruit of the Loom back in the 90s, so anything with the Screen Stars label is indeed vintage. Quick history lesson there for you. Next up, let's talk about an item of clothing that wasn't found in the back of a charity shop. The Sangiev Arroval cropped sweater. Sans, you madman, you've done it again. Drop 2. This sweatshirt was a must cop, and I believe I'm obligated to say cropped in the body, elongated sleeves. The sweatshirt is reversible, making great use of the inside stitching, just giving it this nice little flair on the inside because you've got a little graphic, you've got the raw stitching on show, just giving it a very raw, authentic look about it. Like, it doesn't look like, oh, why are you wearing it inside out? No fam, it's meant to be like that. Don't you understand fashion? And on the reverse side, I say reverse side, but it's kind of like the right side because all the stitching is on the inside, but you can turn this sweatshirt inside out for a more incognito mode look, which in my opinion gives this t-shirt a lot of range. You can go from low-key to high-key fashion in one simple maneuver. And if you think I'm trying to sell you this sweater, well, you're wrong, because these are already sold out. But out of curiosity, I looked on Grailed to see if anyone was selling these shirts, and they are at above retail prices, which means Sangiev has officially entered the resale market. Like, that's crazy. I also bought one more piece from Sangiev's collection, and that is his, I was about to say flag, but just look at the sides of it. This scarf slash bandana is definitely compensating for something. The size and shape of this scarf just make room for so many possibilities. You can have so many different variations with something this big. Fold it like how you would a bandana. fashion pirate. Tie it around your neck, fashion bandit. Make a few adjustments and now fashion boy scout. I do think a big scarf like this has a lot of versatility and by far one of the most underrated pieces in drop 2 of Sanjeev's collection. Do you see the potential here? It's an investment piece. Next up, we've got the Rough Simmons cage pants. I have been waiting on this for ages. I think I bought this back in like late January, early February maybe. But Rough Simmons is a brand that I've been really into at the moment, and these cage pants were a must cop for me. The whole light bondage punk-esque aesthetic is something that I've been playing around with recently. I mean, these trousers just have range, you know? However, these trousers and the whole existence of Rough Simmons is quite controversial, just because Rough Simmons is a parody of Raf Simons. Most of their pieces reference or parallel the work of Raf Simons. For example, these cage pants are heavily inspired by Raf Simons. I think they're called cage pants as well, from like 2003. But honestly, I didn't want to spend £1,500 on a pair of trousers, so this was a good, somewhat cheaper alternative. And of course, Raf Simons also put their own spin on it. Like, there's a version of these trousers which have metal K-on pendants, but they were like $60 extra, so I decided against it. I just wanted a nice clean pair of cage pants. And it kind of answers the question nobody asked, like, what if Raf Simons was an otaku weeblet? But long story short, there's just this big discussion at the moment about bootleg fashion, what makes something a parody, and at what point does it become just selling fashion replicas. I'm not going to bore you with the nitty-gritty detail. If you want to talk about it, then the comment section is open, big man. But in my head, I try not to deep it too much. I like how the trousers looked, so I bought them. Simple A to B transaction. A quick close-up of the trousers because they deserve to be seen. Look at the straps in the cage, just hugging at the trousers, giving it that proper utility vibe, and I am all here for it. I love these trousers, they're just a very pog piece. Next up are a couple of things that I actually got for Christmas, but I've only just been able to get. But say less, you didn't come here for my life story, you came here for the latest pickups. What's in the bag, big man? So here we have a chain from Salute. I think they released this last year or 2019, I'm not entirely sure, but I just thought it would be a fun summertime piece just to add to the collection. Just look at that fun little necklace. If fashion was a food item, I would say that it's a fancy macaroon, but this necklace is more like Sour Patch Kids. I honestly think that this is a great accessory to add to any outfit, and I think it will be good at rounding off or at least putting a soft touch onto outfits that look a little bit sharp or too dark, if that makes sense. It kind of reminds me of those daisy chains I used to wear as a kid. Well, I did anyway, because I'm so fashion forward. And I think this necklace looks best when you've layered it with a couple of things, like I've got my St. Chris pendant on. I know it would look even better with some more chains maybe, but I think it's just a nice little addition. And lastly, what's in the box? What's in the box? Well, let me put you out of your misery. And ask me why, but I've just been drinking a lot of tea lately, so I thought, why not get a Poggers mug? A quick close-up of the mug, front side, back side. Again, this was a cool Christmas gift that I asked for. I just thought it would be fun to have. It's really well made. I mean, like, for mug standards. Originally, I just wanted the mug just because I thought it would be a good photo opportunity. I think it would be cool just to have an Instagram photo with this or something, but now I want this for everyday use. And that is everything for latest pickups. 2 vintage t-shirts, a new sweatshirt, a scarf, trousers, a sweet necklace, and a mug. But honestly, I am really happy with these pickups. Like, I wasn't gonna do a latest pickup video, then I just noticed that I organically got enough items to do a latest pickup, so it kind of worked out. Which one of these items was your favorite? Personally, I am massively big on the Rough Simmons cage trousers and the Sanj sweatshirt. Those are my 2 favorite pieces of the entire year. Big statement. And also, let me know what you've been buying recently, you little punks. Like, have you been going down the online shopping rabbit hole? Has lockdown made you buy just useless junk you wouldn't normally buy? Just let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section down below. If you liked today's video and you want to see more of this type of content, then press the like button. And if you want to see more of me, you thought to yourself, what a nice young man, then press the subscribe button and the little bell notification so you know when I upload next, which is every Sunday, 6 PM GMT, that's UK time. And I think that is everything. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Why did you keep saying poggers? That's so cringe.